the mission is to provide safe, affordable, and dignified housing for individuals facing homelessness. And we do that by building tiny homes, about 250 square feet, on vacant lots in the city of Syracuse, and then renting them to guys who are homeless, and the rent's based on their income level, and then connecting them with the support services necessary. For 8 years, I went to school at Lemoyne College, and while I was there, I was working as a shelter aide at a local homeless shelter in the city. And often, guys would move out of the shelter, and those goodbyes would be pretty simple. It would be, well, I'll see you in a few months. And sure enough, like in a matter of weeks, they would show up back at the shelter. And I was wondering why that was, so I went and visited some of these places that the guys were moving into. And it was horrid. It was really just sad that the state of the affordable apartments were less safe, less dignified than the shelters and on the streets. So I got to thinking that, no wonder why no one's able to stay out of the shelters. The places that's available are just pieces of crap. And I thought that it'd be a no-brainer. We had the money, we had the plans, we had plenty of people who wanted to move in. And they were excited to give us the property. They just asked that I get neighborhood approval first. So I would walk around in the neighborhoods where we were hoping to build and tell people about the project. And I would bound up onto people's porches really excited. And as soon as I told them that they were going to be rented to individuals facing homelessness, people freaked out. Just the stigma that surrounds homelessness is really, really difficult to get over.
My name is Ted Bauer. I lived on a place called Merriman Ave, and there's a lot of drug dealing. There's signs that say pick up your needles, and you see lots of violence, and you wonder, well, is this the day I'm going to get stabbed or shot, or does anybody really care? And it's pretty bleak.
Highlighting Ted, highlighting Dolphus is the most important thing. Because when you think for a year and a half, I was fighting this stigma that surrounds homelessness because people didn't know Ted. They hadn't met Dolphus. They didn't know their stories, or that, to be totally honest, there's probably one of the best person in the city could have been living right next door to them if they had just kind of met them. So a big piece of my work, is what I understand now, is being able to get Ted in front of a camera, get Dolphus in front of a camera, and have them tell their stories, show their humanity, and just make it realize that they're not like drug addicts who are going to ruin neighborhoods. They're people who are, might be struggling a little bit, but are going to be huge benefits to the neighborhoods they're moving into.
I do think that the tiny homes thing its project is more than just a physical structure. It's an idea that people care about each other and as community, and coming together as a board and going through hassles of getting property, land, and then design and building it, and then the people that are going to stay there. I use the word mystical a whole lot. Basically, mystical means that there's more to going on to something than meets the eye, basically. I don't know. I have hope for the future, and then sometimes I don't. But I think that the hope is that people find each other and see each other, that they're human in this, and we're all on this planet, this pale blue dot, children of God or whatever. We all have a purpose. I think hope is a vital component of human life, sort of like air and food, and it helps sustain us. Yeah. I'm kind of speechless. I'm kind of overwhelmed, but thank you very much for all the love and support, and thank you for coming.
Before Ted cuts it, the scissors were actually provided by the barber across the street. It's wonderful to have so much community support like that. So, Ted, go ahead, man. Yeah.